Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl, Miss Charlotte. And if this is your first time visiting my platform, thank you and welcome. On Saturdays, we talk about our issues on the topics of love, sex, and relationships. And this Saturday is going to be a little extra special because I am sharing some feedback for someone who left a comment in one of my videos. And I'm going to call her Miss T. Hey, Miss T. Thank you so much for watching that video and leaving your comment and your situation. And I wanted to reply to you in this video because I feel like there's a lot of people in the same situation that you're in-laws, dealing with the in-laws. There are so many people who are in marriages and like you, they have to deal with the in-laws. So to catch everybody up, long story short, Miss T has been married for 21 years. So kudos to that, because that's nothing to sneeze at. But her sister-in-law speaks to everyone, but has a tendency not to say hello or goodbye to her. So she wanted my feedback on it. And Miss T has spoken to her sister-in-law about this, but the sister-in-law kind of says she forgets or whatever. So the first thing I wanted to say to you, Miss T, is that you are blessed to be in a relationship for 21 years. So as long as you and your husband is happy, I would say don't worry about the sister-in-law, because whatever her issue is, it's her issue. It really has nothing to do with you. You can't change who you are. I don't know your sister-in-law. I don't know if she has, some feelings towards you. I don't know if she's jealous. I don't know if she just doesn't like you. It really isn't your issue. It's really her issue. So I do have I'm going to share some personal experiences that I've had, one with a family member and one with a coworker, and how I handled them. Now, you can continue to just be you. I always say that, don't let another person change who you are. But if you want to test a theory, this is a theory that I have. If you want to test it out, you can feel free to do that. And I'll just share what happened. So with the family member, and this goes back to this, the saying is treat people how you would like to be treated, right? But there are some people who don't realize how they treat people. They're just not aware. But they become aware when you give them a taste of their own medicine. So that's where this feedback is coming from. So the first situation I had was a family member. They were younger. And every time I would call the house, I would be so excited when they answered the phone. I used to be like, oh, hey, how you doing? How's everything? And they would just be like, you want to speak to blank, blank, blank? And I'm like, oh, okay. And they would just pass the phone to the person that I was calling to speak to. So I noticed that every time I called, I was always so happy-go-lucky. I was always like, hey, how you doing? And they just was like, you want to talk to so-and-so? I'm like, oh, okay. So finally I decided, again, it's a family member. So I said, maybe they are not aware, or maybe they need to feel how I feel. So what I started to do was every time I called, it was no more that happy-go-lucky. I got straight to the point, like they got straight to the point. I was like, hello, let me speak to so-and-so. Okay? First couple of times. Hello, hey, let me speak to so-and-so. So eventually they realized it was no more of that, hey, how you doing? It was no more of that happy-go-lucky. They finally was like, oh, is this so-and-so? Yep, this is Charlotte. Let me speak to so-and-so. Oh, well, how are you doing? Oh, now they want to have a conversation. Now they want to know how I'm doing. Oh, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. Now we're having a conversation before they pass the phone to who I was calling to speak to. So I do believe that that person, that family member, just did not realize that they were treating me a certain type of way until they felt the same treatment. Okay. Now with the coworker, this coworker was very good at dismissing me. Every time I wanted to come up and say something to them about anything, it was just like, blah, blah, dismiss, blah, blah, dismiss. I started saying, okay, you want to continue to dismiss me, so I'm going to dismiss myself. So what that meant was every time I saw this coworker, I had nothing to say. I had nothing to contribute. If they had something to say, I was like, okay, all right. And I would dismiss them and I would just go. Every time they came around, I left. Every time they came into a building, I walked out. And I had nothing to say because I'm dismissed. Well, eventually that person was like, hey, it seems like I haven't seen you in so long. It seems like every time I come in somewhere, you're leaving or that. I'm like, oh, okay. Now there's no more dismissal. So you can try that with your sister-in-law. Maybe just show her that you don't care anymore, that she's not speaking to you. And if she decides that, that's cool, then now she has an issue with you. Don't let it bother you and don't give it to her. Don't give her that attention. But maybe if she starts to notice that you don't care anymore, that you're unbothered, because maybe she just wants attention. But once she realized that you're unbothered, and if she doesn't say hello, and if she doesn't say goodbye, you're cool with it, she might change her way, because now she might be like, well, damn, she ain't paying me no attention. So you could try that. Otherwise, my last piece of advice is to talk to your husband and just ask him, say, hey, is there a problem with me and your sister? Is there something going on that you think I should know? And just see what he has to say. But at the end of the day, I would really say, don't pressure yourself. Don't push yourself on someone that does not like you, because you can't change who you are and you shouldn't have to. If someone doesn't like you for whatever reason, just respect it, let it go, and just only deal with the people that do like you, that do respect you, that do love you, because they're the only ones that matter in the first place. Okay, so this is for Miss T. If you have any more questions, if this feedback was good for you, great. If you need more, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. And if anyone else has an issue on any topic that you want some feedback on, leave it in the comment, or you can DM me at my Instagram, MissBurley2U. DM me and I will have no problem, providing some feedback. I'm just a person that's lived quite a while, okay? 52. So I know a couple of things, and I just try to see stuff from both sides. I'm not saying that I know everything. I'm not saying that I'm right. I just share my experiences and what has worked for me, and hopes that it works for you. Okay, so if you understand what I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. It is okay. We never have to agree. We can always agree to disagree. Just keep it cute. Any hate, it's going to get deleted. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please hit the subscription button to help me to get my numbers up. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, please like and share. And if you're watching this on my IGTV, please follow your girl and share my videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.